America over English. Real Ethiopian, me no British, go tell them. Grrrma wheat, etegremenen. Hamarina kwanka fidel teach my children. Them teach me English, Amharic is my preference. When my heights and my black my reverence. About touching no, best man, ye me nor. See me, ye can desmen gish teeth in talk. Prepare the best man, ye in the onech in the ube me dear. Tihun ye let in jara chinin. Satin zare. Kai mok is hot, it's hot. Lion voice, one voice, and the lion voice. Time for the lion and the lioness voices to be heard. Log in and don't log off. Lion voice, Queasy, one. Lion voice, I hit.
The fittest of the fittest shall survive. My people, open your eyes. Wake up. Blessed love, this is Queen Omega representing for all lions and lionesses. With the lion's voice, we come to tell our story. Rastafari, live it. Hey, the lion's voice, Rastafari.
Well, man, show I say, man, Bob Marley a virgin long before Bob Marley become a world famous star.
Okay.
You know, my father was a herbsman, and Bob Marley would come in the morning and get some herbs and eat them and pass him pain for the herbs.
Okay.
You know, so them acquaintance was great like that. As the years progress now, Bob Marley become a star. You know, and the old man say, well, you must go check Bob. You know, she has strength and thing, and they run Bob like everyone else. Aspire for all advice where music is concerned. And him start the juicing round Bob, and Bob love the vibes and thing. You know? So him start, you know, doing like a cocoa bread and him thing, and him used to push him thing, him push him cart and sell to the 12 tribe crowd same way. You know? Until one day I go to Bob and I say, well, Bob is like, yeah, music I really want the full time now, you know. And Bob said, no man. It's juice the eye for juice, man. Like, you know, them kind of vibes there, you know?
Yeah.
And so Bob give him some money to buy a blender, to buy buckets, to buy everything where the juice can require. Bob Marley give him the money to buy all of those things.
Okay.
So Bob Marley play a very integral role in the development of the Ari juice brand. Only conscious music.
Only conscious. Okay.
Only. Jalov was known for that. That's why it named Jalov, you know? Yeah, I think it was a thing where say, we couldn't stone love, you know, because I remember in those days when Jalov, I have stone love.
Yes.
Love. But them say, boy, we can't stone love, you know, I just Jalov. Yes, very, very profound vibration, especially in this day and age when the narrative gone so far and wide. But I was taught and come to accept, I will never relinquish the divinity of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Selassie I. As I said, when we go to the Prophet God, him say we must continue reading. And upon reading, we find out, so we reach upon certain speech where the Majesty show and I say, in the Bible, we'll find the truth for ourselves and also guidance for future action. So upon reading, I come to the fullness, in the beginning was the Word, you know, and the Word manifests and become flesh. So, as the Rastaman now, in terms of how the Rastaman vibration, you hear the 12 tribe greetings, or tell us, greetings to the name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Was this day been revealed in no other personality, but than His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Selassie I. So we see the Majesty, we see the Spirit and the Word, where we talk about that the Word was from the beginning, manifesting through that flesh. So that is the reason why I couldn't go sit down in the church, because the church, there was a lie attached to the church according to the Rastaman vibration and according to the studies. So many ones may hear the 12 tribe of Israel man saying Jesus, Jesus, but it's a different vibration than how the church man see it in that fullness. Yeah, Shashaman is more like a city now because them turn it in a city. So it's spread out and it affects enough for the Rastafarian community, enough for the houses and even the tabernacle and the whole fullness. But to my understanding of the whole thing, there was always a plan. There was always a city plan.
Yes.
And I was told that the road was going to cut here and it going to cut there. And it was just for ones and ones to adjust themselves. But you know, we coming from the West, you know, we think so we really and truly invincible. So how dare you come and even try to even bulldoze or even near the tabernacle? So it did create a vibes and the whole thing, but when a country develop, you just have to just embrace the development. So we learned that, like how them say fail, them say first attempt in learning. Like an acronym, FAIL, first attempt in learning.
Yes.
So that was an attempt in learning, and we learned very well.
That is a new term you just bust pan eye, man. We never hear that before, What first attempt in learning?
In learning.
I just did an episode on failure, the 5 benefits of failure, and that we should not fear failure. Failure is a signpost along the journey. You know what I mean? So they are even coming and bring the acronym. You just add in first attempt in learning. I'm gonna use that one day. Lion Pride, write it down.
Sir. My things rich. I know my customers along. Just get a call from the airport and do have my things rich. I know my phone not stop ring. Call the farmers, them at Jamaica, everything is everything. Shouting at the place, now I'm me alone of it. Watch out for robbers, me have to watch out for snitch. Informers undercovers try know which is which. Cameras full the place, me tell my customers not each are stress free. Yeah, we have the herbs by the key. Just get a container from up and send it stress free. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Lion Voice, tell them that's the people first choice. Lion Voice, make the lioness them feel nice. Lion Voice, with the lion cubs we sacrifice. Lion Voice, got to show the people them the life. Lion Voice.
Well, great is the Almighty, and greatly to be praised in the city of Haile Selassie I, the mountain of His holiness.
Yeah, from Cape to Cairo, from Timbuktu to the Nile, the whole entire continent.
Beautiful for situation, the joy of the whole earth is Mount Zion, from Accra to Addis Ababa.
Yes, it's a beautiful continent, better country, mama.
Very beautiful.
From Cape to Cairo, from Timbuktu to the Nile, I smile for Mama.
I hear you call Mama Africa. Been so long since I see Mama. Father of Africa set the law. The lion come and dismantle Babylon flaw. We gonna use solar energy, use sanitation to build the ecology. We utilizing green tech.
What do you have to tell the people about Rastafari?
Light to the world. King of kings and the conquering line of the tribe of Judah. I left himself, rich ruler. Hey yo, Eli. Hear them high, hear the black king on the 23rd of July. So tell them guy, who praise God up in the sky, it's a lie. The Almighty living on your night. From ancient time them a try. Them Romans know them just opening them suit and ties. Criminals ain't got no alibi, they stole my people. Then them come without them genocide.
Are you talking about slavery?
Them couldn't kill. The lion will come conquer Judah tribe. Go through tribulation, I strive, see sufferation, I still rise. That's why we tell them in America, live Rastafari in every ghetto area. We come if you tell them in a Toronto, straight at
In that divine name of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I, glory and honor in the name of his chosen queen, Empress Waziri Menen. My name is Kwasi Banso, aka the Chasmatch Kwasi, aka Ras Kwasi, aka the Reading Ras, aka the Pan-African Happy Man, creative industry attorney. I'm an author, I'm an artist, I'm an actionist, and right now I am the host of the Lion Talk. Welcome to the Lion Voice Network, and welcome to Lion Talk, where the lions are telling our own story. We have a very exciting episode for the item today. This show has been driving the growth of the channel. I know that the item are loving it all over the continent, all over the world. We are the fastest growing Rastafari platform right now. Big up everyone in the Lion Pride. How do you become a part of the Lion Pride? If you subscribe, you are part of the Lion Pride. So we're bigging up everyone in the Lion's Pride. Massive respect. Lion Pride on Patreon, those who are monthly subscribers investing to see the platform grow and expand. Big up on yourself. You don't know. We love is to the maximum. And then we have Watch and Peep Patreon, big up on yourself. Ubuntu Lion Pride, big up on yourself. All of the different elements that keep this ecosystem. If this is your first time watching, you are tapped into a Rastafari Pan-African living ecosystem. I am just the curator, but this works because many like minds have come together to deliver top tier content. And today is no different. We have today our guests. We are headed to the shores of the UK, the United Kingdom, to reason with one of those who were exiled in the island of Jamaica, one of the descendants who moved to the UK. So we are excited. His father is a legend, and we're going to hear about the legend. This is going to take us into some history of the 12 tribes of Israel, one of the major mansions of Rastafari. We're going to touch on that. We are going to be talking about what it means to be the son of a legend. How, do you carry that heavy load? What is that diaspora experience in the UK? What's the vibes of Rastafari in the UK? We're going to touch so much with our guests. And those who are regular Lion Pride, you would have seen him already featured on our Growing Up Rastafari Part 1. Very powerful panel discussion that we had talking to the second generation. And as promised, I said I was going to talk to this brethren individually. And, I don't like make talk and I don't deliver, family. That is not Lion Pride. Etiquette, you know what I mean? We have to deal with things according to the word sound and the power. When we utter the word, make it have power. So even when you see I forecasting what we want to see with the Lion Pride, it's intentional. Some people say don't speak your plans. I speak them because it's through the word that the light minds connect and contribute and join side by side with I to make it become manifest. That is the faith, that is the power, that is the word. So I have to utter, and this brethren is a brethren that has been uttering some powerful word sound and power via the musical platform. We're gonna find out why he chose music. We're gonna also find out when you see the brethren, you're going to see a brethren that you would identify as a Bobo Shanti priest. However, as you're gonna hear, rising out of the 12 tribe of Israel. So we are getting at them story that today this is a story and that is gonna be an epic journey. So please, family, help I to welcome warmly the mighty Ras Migosai Eli Selassie I. Welcome.
Greetings. Ten are you still in?
Yes.
Ulum South.
Yes.
Yeah,
Royal greeting.
Lion
Welcome to the Lion Voice.
Yes,
where the
sir.
lions are telling our own story. And
Yes, sir.
I've been looking forward to this sip here. As a student of the movement, not fortunate to be born as a Rastafari in terms of parents, born Rastafari in the heart, but come to Rastafari, when I was at university. So I love to hear the ones them who knew this from, that just manifest into the world and just was greeted by this power. It's so fascinating to track the journey. So I want to invite the eye into the Lion Talk time machine. We're going to step into an iretical zone. I want the eye return to the eye moment of birth. Where were you born? And give us that journey from birth to consciousness to rising up into your own in terms of Rastafari.
Eli, give thanks again for such moment in time.
Yes,
How
I.
could I really see it up and reason via the technology? But the Majesty say and I must keep abreast with same way. So give thanks to the moment in time. My name is Rasni Gosai, known to many as Harry Joseph, a son of the legendary Juice Master, Harry Joseph, and also Sister Ruth Simeon. I was born in a place called Dreadites, better known these days as Bedward Gardens. That is a Rastafarian community. When the atrocity went on down in the Trenchtown zone, most of the Rastas them did kind of leave from that zone and they went to Dreadites and other parts. So I happened to born in such a zone, in the Augustown region, same way, originally known as African Hill. So a very
Okay.
historical place, where the slaves used to run away from the Ligani plantation, and go to the Berry Spring to get them bath and the whole thing. And, as I hear Bedward Gardens, said affiliated with Bedward from that time,
Yes.
so born in such a region from a very tender age. I and I was really grounded into a whole heap of fullness, whole heap of movements in and around. Not only the Rastafari community, but you have so the Poco down there, so and you have all type of revivalists there and here and everywhere. But I did steadfast within the Rastafari movements. So at a tender age, we attend Oak Valley Experimental School, a school where they used to have the children that are the polo, the children, some children with one arm, one foot, and
Wow.
all those things. So we get for affiliated with a lot of different kind of mindsets. We learn empathy and sympathy and all those things from a tender age. We went and swim in the pool with these youths, and these youths are youths the average people in Jamaica would scorn or look down on. But we
Okay.
had the privilege to be in and around that fullness, in a place called Dreadites, Overly Experimental School. My
Okay.
introduction to Rastafari, as
Yes.
I said, I was born in the movements. You
Okay.
know, yeah, my mother and father was a member of the EWF. Think it was Charter 15 at the time.
Yes.
And then in 1966, the name was transitioned to 12 Tribe of Israel
Yes.
after
The
His
honorable,
Majesty came to
honorable prophet
Jamaica.
God. Yes, the
Yeah, the
honorable
prophet
prophet
God.
God. Please tell
Yeah,
us about the prophet God, because you know um I'm gonna pepper the eye with question because I've had several August Town alumni on this platform.
yes, sir.
So we kind of learn a little bit more. People like Micah Shamaya, people like Dwayne Stevenson, people like Ija Star. So I want, you're filling in a lot of gaps though. You know what I mean? So I'm going pepper you with some question about August Town and get this history. But when you say a name like the Prophet God, who is one of the pillars then within the major mansion structure that rose in Jamaica, and you're born into this thing. Give us the eye knowledge of who this man was and what was the eye experience with him.
Well, if one was, if you happen to born in a place called Judites, you can get to see the prophet God firsthand. You know what I mean? I had the privilege of sitting down around the same table, you know what I mean, eating and drinking with the Prophet God, you know. Going into the Prophet God, yeah, take a seat, sit down and see people from all walks of life come to see the Prophet God and all these things, you know. So my experience with the Prophet God was a very simple man, easy to approach. If you don't know him, you don't know him, because you may just pass him and think he's a simple man. Because, you know, ride him under 50 come in the evenings and the whole things. And, you know, Prophet God, yeah, Prophet God was a very mystical man, you know, the way when he talk, the way he move, everything, you know. But as I say, we were youths in the time of the Prophet God. We were youths, you know, and I can remember at one time when we started out in the music, we thought we weren't getting any justice, you know, around the Jollof sound system as youth and youth. And deep in our zeal, we say we're gonna see the Prophet God because we're not getting no justice from the man them, you know. So upon entering me, my brethren, Natural Black at the time, Daddy Gun, Pampa Judah, better known as Elia Kima, you know, and some other youths, you know, we brave up and say we're gonna check the Prophet, you know. And upon entering on, it's like a brethren that black we out and say we can't see the Prophet today, you know. But it's like the Prophet hear the vibration and say, let them in, you know. So the first thing the Prophet asks we if we're reading. So every man like simultaneously say, yes, brother God, reading. So brother God say, if you're reading, him say, still reading? We say, yes, brother God. Him say, continue reading. And the meeting finish. So the whole of we look for one another like I say, like, meeting quick, like, what kind of vibe is that? But, you know, what the Prophet that sure encourage us to do still is like, we have to continue reading to find the truth for ourselves. Because that was the really one of the motto within the 12 tribe of Israel, one chapter a day. You know, and even though we live in a day and age now when many will turn away and say them find new narratives, them find new knowledge, them find new everything. But I and I still find infinite comfort in reading the Bible a chapter a day same way and studying to show myself approval. Yes, I.
Some
So
simple principles.
yes, I.
Did I ever encounter Ija Star in those early days?
You know, say no more time I just start reasoning. It's like sometimes it's like when the clock it flicker a little and it's like I see him in youth days and thing, but I just am never really full time in the move of Spanish Town and you know, so it's kind of in and out. So I never really get to meet him acquaintance as a youth, same way, you know.
And what about Micah Shamaya?
Yeah, man, me and Micah Shamaya born and raised in the same community, Judites. So I and I raised in the same fullness and thing, and yeah, man, I one order same way within that fullness.
And what about Ross Woolley, my brother in arms?
Yeah, man, Ross Woolley is a more mature youth for I and I.
Okay.
You know, we have more years for I and I still, but we born and raised in the same community of Judites. Woolley was always seen as the professor from when a little youth, you know, he was like the teacher, you know, the younger youths them. I would see come manifest them thing there in life same way. So we know say, you know, anything when you put in for a youth, you have to be careful what you put on him because it become a manifestation.
I love it. Because Lion Pride, we're a family platform.
Yes,
so we love to get to hear from different ones who come from the same community. And those who watch, who are not, you know, around the world, you can go back and look at those interviews. We have Ross Woolley, we have Micah Shamaya, we have Dwayne Stevens, we have Ija Star. So look at those and you paint a picture of what it was like growing up in this community, Bedward Gardens, Dreadites.
Brady, even Dwayne Stevenson. Me and Dwayne Stevenson used to play lawn tennis together, you know. But them time the Dwayne Stevenson, I think, used to go to Tivoli. But I man went to Mona, even though I'm living in Augustown, it was a bit like, oh, you got Tivoli and in the Augustown. But yeah, me and him used to play some lawn tennis and things still, you know, as a younger youth.
You see, connection. So just paint the picture so everybody can see you know what it was like. You touch on next point that I have to talk because one of the teacher in this is a man named Ilawi. You know what I mean? Jollof Sound. You touch on Jollof Sound, big up Empress Sativa. Big up Ilawi, you know what I mean? I wasn't there, but you know, I've heard the legend of Jollof Sound. Talk to us about what it was like in those days. What is Jollof Sound for those who don't know, and your experience with Jollof Sound.
Well, Jollof Sound is like the conveyor for the message where reggae music was concerned, where the 12 tribe narrative was also concerned. Because Jollof was a sound system where you had the 12 tribe artists, you know, like the great Brigadier himself, the general. Ilawi was also a great drummer. Many people may not know that side, that Ilawi is the great drummer. So I went to school with Ilawi daughters. Man, Sativa and her next sister was a classmate. I was also a prefect in the school. So I was the farm prefect for Sativa. Sometimes I reason she said she don't remember, she don't I call it kind of strange, but we give thanks still.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
yeah, so growing up 12 tribe, that's where I got my first involvement on a sound system.
Okay.
At the age of I say about 11. When all of the little youth them gather around, sound was playing in Jedites, them time they have a Delco because there was no electric system. So it's a Delco. And the youth them, line up who said them interested. And I remember Brigadier give her the mic.
Okay.
And them I say, him too short, man, put him up on it, and then put me up on the thing. And I let her have a steam, and them I say, and give me a forward and a cheer, and it was good, real good encouragement from them. I was still.
Give
And then
thanks.
with our growing years, we get involved more and more. The 12 tribe HQ and the 12 tribe functions, wherever Jalov is playing, we'll follow up and get a little mic here and there. Yeah, man. So it was a great time, Jalov system with all of the affiliates, them and all who was around it. Great times.
So
Give thanks.
so they were playing mostly conscious music. Were they playing any
Only,
dancehall or just
only
break?
conscious music.
Only conscious. Okay.
Only. Jalov was known for that. That's why it named Jalov. Yeah, I think it was a thing where say we couldn't stone love. Cause I remember one of those days when Jalov I have stone love, I true love.
Yes.
But them I say, boy, we can't stone love. I just Jalov.
Mighty.
Yes, I.
Did Jollof have dub plates? Were they play, or was it all 45s and thing?
If Jalov had dub plates, I don't recall. But if they had dub plates, it was not many.
Okay.
It was not many. It was not many because there was Orthodox music, which was the 12 tribe
Yes.
of Israel label. So most of those, you would have a selection. You'd have a Gadman selection, where these are the songs that Gadman select. And then you have the Orthodox music selection. And then you have like a fullness of everything else of
Okay.
choice.
And one of the things I hear that made Jollof remarkable is that wherever them string up the whole 12 tribe, I go reach on there.
Yes, I are majority. Whether country or town, you see me? That was a thing. Yeah, man.
Yes.
So 12 tribe had a following. A
Yes.
great following.
And Michael Shamaya tell me about a legendary two-stick dance where two sticks set up in a open field and everybody line up and pay
Mm.
their money and go through the two stick. You ever hear about that dance there?
We never hear what that say, but that is a clear answer. I don't still. Impossible because 12 tribe has so much mystical things at more time. And nobody now walk around, the man just walk through the stick and just know, say, yo,
That is what
order.
him say. Him said that the line,
Mm.
the thing was in an order. That mean that even though it's an open field, everybody just take them line, pay them
Yes,
money,
I.
and walk through the two stick them. So I
Yeah, man.
want to do a documentary on Dreadites, and I want capture these things, because these are the things we take it for granted. But
Yes, I.
these are legendary, places and spaces that have shaped, the face of Rastafari. Talk to us about some of the famous artists that you used to see, in and about, because we know 12 Tribe was the musical mansion, meaning you had the
Yes,
Dennis
I.
Brown, the Bob Marley, who were some of the artists that you would see growing up,
Well,
just running about?
the world know about the Fredlocks. The world
Yes,
know about Freddie McGregor. The
Aile,
world know about Judy Mowat, Marsha
Aile,
Griffiths,
Aile,
Rita Marley. See them
I,
people are like very frequent. But you have artists where the world never really get to really recognize because they were so like adamant to stay among the 12 tribes of Israel and not go out there in the world. You know, artists is like Visionaires, which was a group, was a very prolific group within the 12 tribes of
Okay.
Israel. You have man
Okay.
like Jalens, you know, you have man like Louis Griffiths, you know. There's so much names to mention that if I start mentioning man, I say, oh, me not hear my name. But trust me, the Rasta was great and very prolific as well, not just a simple artist. When you come to 12 tribe function and you see these artists performing and be like, oh, are these artists not out there in the world? Like, you know, because Prophet had made a sound that Selassie Brothers, which is a promoting arm of the 12 tribe of Israel, will be greater than Warner Brothers, you know?
Okay.
Yes, so that was a fullness and many ones held steadfast to say, even though the house depend upon its members, the members was also depending on the house as well to really carry their careers, you
Okay.
know, in that
Yeah.
fullness.
I
Hmm.
would love, we talk off air about the music industry, I and the Bridget, since we connect. And I've been saying to this Bridget and others, we have to rebuild an entirely separate ecosystem for the Rastafari music.
Yes,
You know
sir.
what I mean? Period. And you're saying, from what I'm hearing is like Prophet God already had this vision, you know what I mean? And these are the things we want to talk about and see how we can rise them, even if it's not the same entities, how we can create, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
That model, because yeah, booking agency, um, publishing company, record label, venues, all of these things are necessary. And I see where I would be able to do that, you know what I mean, coming together.
For
Um,
sure.
Talk to us about, um, was it always music for the eye when the eye was in Jamaica, or were you working in some other trade? What was the work life like?
All right. My fullness in Jamaica was not I never became a big man in Jamaica, put it that way.
Okay.
Upon leaving Mona High School, I went and I enrolled in Jamaica College. And it's like because I wanted to play Manning Cup,
Yes.
even though I got in, they said I needed one more subject to go to the sixth form.
Yes.
And they say I could repeat and do the one subject and get into the sixth form the following year. I went back to Mona, I repeated that Mona, and because I thought Manning Cup was gonna be playing. And I was like GSC and never understand the fullness of a Jamaica college either. Because as a Rasta youth, you're so glued up, you was doing everything by yourself, all truth.
Yeah.
So I went back to Mona, and then when I left Mona, I went and enrolled in Michael's Teachers College.
Okay.
And when I go to the gate, I'm like to myself, like, if you go get institutionalized in a Babylon system, it's like, I'm like a 17-year-old youth and me not the melting pot of Rastafari. Sizzler live down the road. So so the fire just hot in my zone. So me hear everything and yes, I'm not gonna Michael's Teachers College and it's like my old man just forward up at the place for Jedites and so me I carry that embassy a morning. And my old man get me a visa and I just leave Jamaica without even knowing where me I go, why me I leave
Wow.
Jamaica. Nothing.
Wow.
But when the years progressed now, I realized that my father was forecasting the things them were gonna happen because a great war happened in Augustown, in the uptown region, a great war. Even lose a brother in the war. And
Wow.
it's like ones were saying if I was there, because I was a very influential youth in and around the settings, it would
Yes.
have been a different. You never know what could have happened. So for Iman to
Okay.
leave at that time was a great time. So I never get no chance to really say work. I think I do a couple months at my father shop, and that was it. I went to America, went to school again, and did we call it now, the GD program.
Yeah.
So
GED. Yeah.
GED, yeah. So and I got in our next college again, Morrisville College, and same vibration. I never went, and the America Fair time and stage show, look Vice in here and Vice in there, and then I start working at a juice bar in America.
Where in America? Where was the
We're
eye?
in Queens. Queens
Queens.
and Linden. I think it was
All
on
right.
Linden Boulevard.
Talk about the diaspora experience of a young Jamaican youth touching on New York, which is the mecca for immigrant, diaspora life. This big city. What was that
Yeah.
like?
Well, the greatness about being in America at that time is was the big international 12 tribe of Israel family. So even though, we're still young, 'cause we're still a teenager. So we're still on, even though we are move like we're big man and people may see we like older than our was because of our flex and them thing there. The greatness for me that kept I in line and keep I in a fullness was the 12 tribe of Israel family. So in
Okay.
a little work, we da get little work from the 12 tribe same way. I used to get a little work at 12 tribe, Sister Peanut, bless her soul. She used to give me a little Friday night hustle. Used to have the juice bar hustle same way. And I do that until my time, I just decide so I can't really manage America no more. And my
Yeah.
sister rest her soul in peace, Sherrian. She sent for me in England because we was gonna start our father business here in England now, like
Okay.
properly. The Harry Joseph Juices was gonna take off in England and she sent for me. And I came here and I just steadfast and that was it.
Give
Everything
thanks.
just
Yes.
went up
Give
from
thanks.
that Iowa.
No, no,
Mm-hmm.
no. Talk to us about your father. You mentioned your father, legend.
Mm-hmm.
Give us a proper, biography of who is Harry Joseph. How did he get into the juice?
Mm-hmm.
The juices. You say he was the first juice bar in Iration. Talk
Yes,
to us
sir.
about that legacy.
All right. Harry Joseph, my father was first known as Harry Morgan. You
Okay.
know, by that, he was telling me that he started out, he was selling insurance in Jamaica. He was going around selling insurance and, it, you know, after every day, he would take off his white shirt and go amongst the chalice man them and go beat a chalice. So it's like him saying they're around the one man them one at the time and them and says, I the I sell insurance and it was like a fire for that kind of work there. Like and it's like him looking at himself and I said, boy, this insurance thing I like. But himself for some reason to the zeal and the vibes, him just leave the work. Him leave the work and him start aspire to be an artist. You know,
Okay.
being around Bob Marley and the whole fullness and when you're around Bob Marley is like every kind of man, every kind of spirit, every kind of mindset. So him start to make himself useful by starting making some juices and thing. And
Hold on, stick up in, because I want the people notice how him just neatly just insert a legend like Bob Marley. Him same father bun chalice round some
yeah,
man, him not clarify say some legendary man. Your father was a bun chalice round, sneak in the Bob. So
yes,
he
I,
was in that time where these legends were among the people. They were living Rastafari, and he
yes,
saw
I,
this. His brethren
yes, I.
become an international superstar. Him decide maybe there's a life or a path in music for I too. All right, take it up there. You just
Natural.
you notice what
Yeah,
you're
because
doing.
I
You humble.
segue to and from because it's so much.
Yes,
All right.
yes, yes.
Well, man, show I say, man, Bob Marley a virgin long before Bob
Okay,
Marley become a world famous star.
okay,
My father was a herbsman, and Bob Marley that come in the morning and get some herbs, and at evening him a pass him paying for the herbs. You know,
okay,
so them acquaintance was great like that. As the years progress now, Bob Marley become a star. And the old man say, well, I'm gonna check Bob, she has strength and thing, and they run Bob like everyone else aspire for all advice where music is concerned. And him
okay,
start the juicing round Bob and Bob love the vibes and thing and you know. So him start, doing like a cocoa bread and him thing and him used to push him push him cart and sell to the 12 tribe crowd same way. Until one day I'm go to Bob and I say, well, Bob is like, yeah, music me really want the full time now. And Baba said, no man. It's juice the eye for juice, man. Like them kind of vibes there. I
yeah,
said, Bob give him some money for buy a blender, for buy buckets, for buy everything where the juice in require. Bob Marley give
okay,
him the money for buy all of those
uh,
things. So Bob
Okay.
Marley play a very integral role in the development of the Harry Joseph Juice
You see
brand.
what I'm talking about? We tell our own stories on this platform, family. You see?
Yes, sir.
Legendary, legendary. All right, continue. Harry Joseph.
Yeah, man. So Harry Joseph started yeah, him get the fullness now and set up a shed on the Gully Bank and Grove Road, where ones may see now is on the opposite side now. So as the years, there is of years and years, and while I man growing up as a youth, we never say, my father never say, come, let me show you off met Juice. Me just there and I observe. Just I look on the whole thing and in my mind, me I got high school and me I say, boy, I want to be a pilot or I want to be all them things where people would have talk about when asked, what would you like to be when I get older? I never had in my intention say I was gonna become this famous juice man like my father. with all everything that I was exposed to.
Yes,
But
yes.
how that came about, cause me I segue fast again. I was in America and my dad came back to America and he saw me doing the juices. And
Okay,
he said two things to me, like he said, remember who's your father? Because the juice that I was doing had nothing to do with Harry Joseph. It was a
okay.
different brand. I was actually working for someone making juice, labeling
Yes,
up their label and everything, but I was making it and doing everything.
yes.
So him said, remember who's your father?
Hmm.
And that stuck with me, like I'm said, me make some juice at the time, and him tasted it and said, this day I certify you Harry Joseph Jr. So out of all my brother and sister, I am the only certified one from my father. And also happen to be a Joseph, same way.
Okay. How many brothers and sisters does the I have?
Altogether, if we can just put a number, we just say 10 as well. Altogether.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
And you're
Bless
the
me,
and
bless
the
me,
I
my
is the
two
only
sisters.
certified. Huh?
Yeah. But even though I'm the only certified one by my father, my other brothers and sister was also certified in their own rights. Because
Okay,
they took on the mantle as well and took it far and wide, same way. Especially my
okay.
sister Shireen, who passed away in 2020, bless her soul.
Yes,
Yeah.
blessings,
Yeah,
condolences.
man. So
So,
it's
so,
part
so,
and parcel of the journey.
so in terms of your journey in the UK now, your sister sent for the eye to establish. Was that juice bar the first Harry Joseph juice bar in the UK that she was establishing?
Well, this was more like a mobile juice bar, like literally
Okay,
mobile from my foot. When I came, the first day when I came, my sister gave me a knapsack bag and we make some juice and full up the bag. And she said, when you leave the house, you turn left, you go to one garage, you stop right there, so. And you go down the road, you see a barber shop, you stop right there, so. And then go further up, and you see a bus station, you can go in the same way and stop. Remember my first day, from my foot, my sister sent me upon these errands.
Bakerfield.
I would do that. We did it for many months, and the winter months start coming now. We got a small car, and yeah, Brixton has a reach on the front line, and Brixton is like the juice just finish. Everyone flock with Harry Joseph, like, because the name Harry Joseph was so phenomenal amongst the diaspora community in
Okay.
England. That
All
we
right. So, the Harry Joseph name was ringing out in England. You have juice, a sell. Now, when you had the car, you still were selling out of a backpack. Did you get a cooler? What was the whole evolution? Give us the evolution. I mean, I see you do a drop in a pretty juice bar, So I know say the story have a happy ending. I see the
Yes,
prettiness. So
I.
give us the evolution.
All right, the fullness continued. You know, the juices just continue selling. We start do the juices, to and from. Yeah, we start getting to the shops them now because we were there on the front line, and the shop people them must say right now. Would I love to get some juice from the item because the way the juice I sell mile a minute, it's really good for them stock it in them shops. So we get that fullness now. We start the shops them. Start the shops them until a moment in time for 2009. You know, my son got signed for a football team,
Mm.
for a Premier League club. My son got signed, and
Wow.
that forced me to move from London to Birmingham, known
Okay.
as Birmingham. Seeing so that now leave my sister now and my brother, cause my sister and my brother now start really govern London and them own now. And I was a face for the brand still, like
Yes.
as I man was always a ever present. But move and reach a Birmingham, attend to my son well being and the fullness. So that was where the whole fullness and the thought for a juice bar came about. But
Okay.
prior to that, now my sister also had the same vision. So the first juice bar was established in London in a place called Brixton and Acre Lane.
Okay. The
It
famous,
never
world
lasted
famous
long
Brixton.
because huh?
Mm-hmm. That's the world famous Brixton.
The world famous Brixton.
Mm-hmm.
The bar never lasted long as there were complications with the landlords at the property.
Okay.
So the equipments them that was bought and everything, most of them was handed over to me, and we had them in storage. And till me and my empress I moved through, I would decide say we need to get a juice bar in Birmingham also. So went about and got a juice bar at that first location in One Stop. Many may know that place in Birmingham, and that lasted about 2 years until we find the location where we're at now, which is at Aston. That's
Okay.
exactly at the football ground, at the club where my son got signed for first. You
Okay.
know, and so that is where we're operating now. And to tell you a story, how the whole football thing came about as well. As a man, we're a turban now and affiliate ourselves with the Bobo Shanty. You used to hear the Bobo Shanty say Bobo Shanty no play football because a John the Baptist head and kick around and to you want to be so upful within the church. Your son all play football and you're mindful now because you're so, boy, John the Baptist head and the whole of these fullness around in your thoughts. Till I man get a vision. Why to the priest himself, King Emmanuel. And the priest, the vision, the priest run past some little youth in my robe, as a proper elder. Run past them skillfully and everything. No one couldn't touch him ball. And the priest stood in front of me and took a key out of a green robe and said, "Your key, my lord. Your key, my lord." And him point upon a house and said, "My lord, your house, my lord. Your house, my lord." So it give me a vibes now. I start training my son even more harder. Come here
All
and
right.
say, the priest give me the go ahead now. In my vision say, me for go ahead and nobody watch no vibes about who are football this and football that. You know? So that is
Yes.
a fullness where even the affiliation with Bobo is concerned still as a youth born in a 12 tribe as well.
Beautiful segue because we need to touch how did Harry Joseph's son, embrace the Bobo Shanti order, which we know is one of the strictest order. Um, all due respect to my 12 tribe family, them, but that mansion is not known for the strictness in terms of the, eating and certain thing. How did the I now become a part of Bobo Shanti, where you say you got turban, you got, Levitical order?
Well, it's a 12 tribe. 12 tribe, they really teach you everything already. So it was easy to go anywhere in a Rastafari.
Okay,
So everything was personal choices now. Cause there was
okay,
nothing. Cause me they done. I was already a italist as a 12 child youth.
okay,
So Bobo never really triggered that. Only thing Bobo did for me was make me be more aware of discipline.
okay.
Like fully aware now. Like your aim is to be a priest. So you
Yes.
find out so now you live it have a match with wanting to be a priest.
Ah,
So that was my fullness. I wanted to be a priest, but I am a Joseph. We never born in the month of June, which is a Levi. Kind of 12
okay.
tribe, a Levi is a priest.
Yes,
From the
yes.
Moses church, same way and the
Yeah,
Aaron and the
man, yeah,
fullness.
man, yeah, man.
You know? So Bobo Shanti, I just wanted to really balance myself in terms of discipline. And, born and raised in 12 tribe of Israel, I saw a lot of discipline. And just as the extreme of discipline was good, the extreme of indiscipline was also there as
Yes.
well. So it's
Yes.
like as a youth, me I tell myself, say, the extreme of indiscipline, I wouldn't want to really be in that category there. So even as a youth now, with everything that was happening now, in Jamaica, there was a great insurge of the Bobo movements. You see
Yes.
the Anthony B, you see the Caperton, you see the Sizzler.
Sizzler, yes.
So you find out, say, in a Jamaica in general, Bobo was like the order of the day then. And
Yes.
even being an artist, it's like Bobo was a good vibes. Everything was, the vibes was good. I am never down with the great rituals and the whole of the fullness there of the work. I was in myself, me I still a 12 tribe youth. Me never
Yes.
tell myself say me am not 12 tribe again.
Okay.
Me just tell myself say me is a Rasta youth and me embrace all of the mansions then.
Okay.
You know? So upon reaching Ethiopia in 2007, I was crowned in Ethiopia as an honorable prophet. Cause this is a pathway of a Bobo Shanti. You are crowned as an honorable prophet until you become a priest. Pardon.
Okay.
So I man was officially crowned in Ethiopia as an honorable prophet.
And
And
that was
there's
by
a lot of
Priest Paul. That was by Honorable Priest Paul.
by the honorable priest Paul, which is now known as honorable priest Barry Babu,
Okay.
and also the honorable priest Isaiah.
Okay.
Yes, I. So I'm on just carrying the liberty still, and I realize now I become an impactful youth in the movements of Rastafari in the UK space. Whenever there's a function, 12 tribes still call me, and I go and do the functions. Whenever there's a function within the EWF, they will call and I go and represent same way. So me now starting to take it now like in my personal thing now, say this is how every Rasta youth supposed to really operate, knowing that is one Rastafari and is one liberty. So I was going to not thinking that once start it was more like treason. Because
Mm.
you have a 12 tribe man I look on and I say like, what that? Like, a man a move like him a boaty and a bubba would have say you lukewarm and every man
Yes.
have something to say. Which it was at times disheartening, but for me it was also a strength. Because when we read of the majesty and say that unity is the greatest weapon and all these things, it give me a vibe to really shut down in that fullness and just add on myself same way and function with the mansion same way because it's my personal decision. I not really do it for this man or that man or to please this one or that one. It's just me, it's a Rastafari as a oneness. So I man just chad along same way and just function within the mansions.
Give thanks. And talk to us about how the I see the divinity. We know every Rastafari, when you ask them about the divinity of His Imperial Majesty, you're gonna get a different answer, and it evolves over time for certain ones. I even hear ones now a lick out against His Majesty. I just watched something with Jaboni a lick out against His Majesty and Haile Selassie, Dr. Benyo Cannon, and all these vibes. And I know that's also becoming more prevalent where one's but in terms of Haile Selassie, what is the I relationship with the emperor and the divinity and Empress Menen as well?
Yes, I. Very, very profound vibration, especially in this day and age when the narrative gone so far and wide. But I was taught and come to accept I will never relinquish the divinity of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Selassie the First. As I said, when we go to the Prophet God himself, we must continue reading. And upon reading, we find out, so we reach upon certain speech where the Majesty show and I say, in the Bible, we'll find the truth for ourselves and also guidance for future action. So upon reading, I come to the fullness, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word manifests. and become flesh. So as the Rastaman now, in terms of how the Rastaman vibration, you hear the 12 tribe greetings, or tell us, greetings to the name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Was this day been revealed in no other personality but than of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Selassie the First. So we see the majesty, we see the spirit and the word, where we talk about that the word was from the beginning, manifesting through that flesh. So that is the reason why I couldn't go sit down in the church, because the church, there was a lie attached to the church according to the Rastaman vibration and according to the studies. So many ones may hear the 12 tribe of Israel man saying Jesus, Jesus, but it's a different vibration than how the church man see it in that fullness. So the 12 tribe of Israel teaching is that Christ manifests. Just like what Shoe say, there shall never be a shot of a king to sit upon the throne of Israel. I will say Haile Selassie as the 225th king, seated up. So if you take the dispensation of time before the structure of His Majesty and that physical flesh where we come now to see, the spirit was also moving from that time. So we never follow flesh because we didn't know Him from that time. That is why we know Him now. So hence the reason why the Rastaman can look upon Selassie and say, Hail Jah, hail the Almighty, hail the fullness of the creation paymaster, hail the fullness of the divine being, because we see that flesh housing that spirit, that word from the foundation of time. So that is the reason why I and I will never ever relinquish the divinity of His Imperial Majesty. With great understanding. Or the
Mighty,
Rasta man will
mighty.
say overstanding.
That's one of the best explanation of the 12 tribe of Israel fullness. And I'm scheduling, I'm gonna be sitting down with brother Carl Philpott shortly. I know say me and him are gonna go deep into the thing. So I'm
Yeah,
looking
man, them are
forward
they
to that.
really. When it come on to the academia within them fullness there, them man are the perfect man to sit down with for them tell you in details span of academia vibration.
Yeah, that is
Yes,
that is
sir.
one of my teachers, brother Carl. I tell people I know brother Carl long before me know Ross Wooley, me know brother Carl, them are
Routine.
one of my teachers, so
Yeah, man, I will first
really
teacher that
look,
man.
yeah, we look forward to that. But their explanation, me have to commend the eye because it was beautifully articulated. Because a
Yes,
lot of
sir.
I came into the Naya Bingi order, what I mean. So I from college now, when I sight up at the Naya Bingi elders, and we had a portion to fiery youths, and we have
Yes,
born
sir.
everything. We have born Bobo, we have born everything when not deal with His Majesty because of ignorance still, because as a youth,
Masha.
we just come into that, what I mean. Anything when now say Haile Selassie, we are born them, we are born
That is
man
it.
eat fish, I mean. That's, because even I used to love Bob Marley, and is when I come in the Naya Bingi order, I see the fire them I put on Bob Marley, and I say, wow,
Yeah.
certain thing. This
Yeah.
serious. This
Cause, the
serious.
fullness is this enough, all right. You see, many have a zeal, but the zeal
Yeah.
is not according to knowledge. So enough
Uh,
man where you're out there really a bonfire, him never read off a book yet, for one. Him never
no,
read it off entirely.
no.
Him never read off
A
the Bible
maturity. Yeah, the
and
maturity.
study it. Cause
Yes.
reading is one, but studying is what show yourself approve.
Yeah.
So that's a
And
thing with 12 tribe. 12 tribe cannot teach I and I to be grounded from the get-go. So as a 12 child, you have your passport from early out because you still have the fullness of you live in a world where if you're going to travel, you're going to need a passport. You're going to need birth paper. You're going to need all of these things where, the initial stages of the Rastaman movements, him burn out all of those things. And now him have to come around now and have to be dealing with those things.
yeah.
So for sure, you say the teachings and the prophet and the whole fullness of 12 tribe was always right in my fullness. Man I eat meat and I eat drink this and I drink that, all them things. They're not bearing for no man faith. That not bearing for your faith. That not going to determine a lot of things. These are the things that may just affect health issues. And
Yes.
we see man live to 100 and add eating meat and eating the worst things where Rasta man never eat. So the man said the faith is not of eating or drinking. And I come to see all of these fullness. You know, man eat for nutrients, man eat for different things. Cause man reaching a certain place, you see man for eat a scorpion, he might eat a spider, yeah. So why man eat that? But that I got sustain him in that period, in that time. You know, so everything is really a overstanding with the journey and the trad, you know?
And the theoretical maturity, you become more mature the longer you trod. And my justification is that you need that fire when you're coming from something so extreme on one end. You need to go
That
through a
is it.
fire for kind of be reborn again,
That is
to
it.
leave everything, and then now you realize you come forward to a
That is it.
balance. You know what I mean?
That
You
is
have
it.
you have
That
to
is it.
balance, because the youths
Yeah.
them are naturally going to be rebels and rebel against everything
Yeah, man,
and
the
try.
fire was very important, man.
You know what I mean?
That's some
So
things that me
that
used to burn. No, me look, I me laugh, I me say, boy, yeah, the journey. It was very important at the time.
at the
You know?
time, exactly, if you
Yeah,
build that spiritual strength, you could go without certain thing, you
that
couldn't
is
do
it.
without certain thing. And but
Yes,
now we
sir.
see that we have to engage in business, we have to be out there, you know what I mean? So, and that is the thing
Yes, sir.
with enough people can reconcile with His Majesty trad, because a lot of the
Yes,
things that
sir.
His Majesty do, it was because he had the responsibility of a nation. You know what I mean? He had to be
That is it.
practical to have the government on your shoulders, a different level of responsibility where we are coming from an idealistic extreme. Wise minds have white teachers, why this, that, but in
Yes,
that time
sir.
if I couldn't find the black teacher, me have to go,
Right.
me need a teacher, because
That
it's
is
the
it.
school of, so these are the things that as you mature as a father, all of these things we realize the wisdom and the wise mind of Kadamawi, and that peace is a becoming. There's nothing static about creation. Just because I start with two white pilots for Ethiopia airline from Boeing, that doesn't mean
Yeah,
I'm not going to get the training, so that now when I fly Ethiopia airline, I'll be Ethiopia, may I say. You know what I mean? But
that
it's
is it.
somewhere, you know what I mean? We have to start somewhere with the reality, and then we can build to the
Yes, sir.
idea. But we have to start. So I really give thanks for that. All right. So we're in Birmingham.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
yeah, get the equipment then now from your sister. Take
Not
us from
sure.
that. Take us from that point now. From you get the equipment, and you set up this new establishment.
Yes, sir. Yeah, so we get a few equipment, so we kind of having a storage for a little time. And then the time appoint itself where, as I said, me and the Empress that roll through, and we decide so we need a similar vibration, because me always on the road, and the whole fullness was about on the road, so it's the reason why we get even so popular, because we know every ends, every barber shop, every mechanic spot, you know, every dance gate. And
Yes.
so we want to centralize the fullness now. So yeah, we went and we got a fullness, as I said earlier, in a place called One Stop. And
Yes.
then now we are presently operating from a place called
Okay.
Aston, Birmingham,
How far is Birmingham from London?
It's about a 2.5 hour drive.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, two and a
And
half hour drive. But with traffic, it can take up all to 4 hours.
and
When the
it's a
traffic gets serious, it gets serious.
So, and Birmingham, I of course have a huge Jamaican diaspora population.
Yeah, very, very, very much. It's like a mini Jamaica, to be honest. It's
Okay.
like a Jamaica, like certain time. It get away there. Now they are trying to scatter away. That's when I have that little community vibes there. So, but yeah, Birmingham is really a Jamaican diaspora and society.
So,
Put it
so
that way.
do they have gentrification happening in the UK like in America,
In terms of like,
in terms of them taking the communities and they're building up luxury condos, and you see all kind of different
yes,
people are moving, and the regular people them who you used to go
yes,
there I get move out.
Brooks, Brixton is a main example.
Okay.
Yeah, Brixton is not like it was before. Even the market, Brixton market, is a different settings in there now. So most of I&I people is not there anymore. You know, so you find out so the gentrification is really happening on a global scale.
Okay.
Mhm.
So it's becoming luxury, high-end establishments in those
Yes,
places.
yes, for sure.
Oh,
Especially Brixton. Brixton become now like a hub for Europe. Everyone
okay.
coming from Europe have to go to Brixton for the main party, the main food, the main everything. Like, but it's not I&I in control of that vibes anymore.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
So where is the Jamaican community now? Now that things are scattering, where you find are the big centers of Jamaican culture in the UK?
This Jamaica, the culture is still within the areas where like the people came over from that time, like the Bristol, same way. You still have the London, the Brixton area, same way. You still have Birmingham, Answorth, same way. But it's just that where living is concerned, we are more scattered. But when there's a party, you will see the Jamaicans gather in that same kind of place. Yeah.
Okay. So the I at some point made a trip to Ethiopia. You mentioned Honorable Priest Paul, other ones who give the I your first official title within the Bobo Shanti order. How talk to us about
Yes,
that
I.
journey to Ethiopia. What was that like?
All right, from a tender age, we were already being filled up with the fullness that, Ethiopia is our home, and not our final destination, but one of the greater destinations. So from a child, and I was being groomed in that fullness to know that, yeah, Ethiopia, the land of our father, the land where our gods and goddesses love to be. And, so even being in England now, I realized that England was closer to Africa, So there's a place in England called Rasta House. I don't know if you ever hear about Rasta House.
No.
Well, Rasta House was like like an original spot where all the Rastas them in England will gather and bingy and all kind of vibrations. So everyone is in that house. You have Bobo in that house, Naya
Okay.
Bingi, Federation, 12 tribes,
There,
and all
there,
that
there,
fullness.
there I know Sister Livette, Walata
Sister
Georgis,
Livette.
Walata Georgis.
Yeah, no, Sister Wallet, eh?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Well,
She's
quite a few people, but sometimes the names kind of beat me, but
names. That's why I give you
yeah,
two different names. That's why I give you two names. Come in know we
n-
full of name.
not sure.
But
Yeah, man.
yeah, that is positive. So Rasta House, you were there. What was happening?
Rasta House was like an embassy for Africa. So most of the Rasta man them are forward in there were going to Ghana, Ethiopia, to and from like, it's like down the road, like them going down the road and forward. So it
Yes.
become a regular occurrence. So even though we get the vibes of 12 tribe already and the whole fullness, Rasta House was where the whole fullness started to really pump. Like yeah, I said, Africa real man, like I just up the road, like, you know, even though I would say with that 12 tribe I was the bridging and sister and move from a little youth. Man, I show them look at 10 cent and then 20 cent and it add up and a ticket buy and a man gone and
Yes.
man I move to and from same way. But being at Rasta House now give I a sense of urgency. Like, you know, so as I even my man now, young youth and now 22, 23, reach Ethiopia now, like, you know, remember I reach Addis Ababa and the first thing a man tell me say, Zion there, but remember over this are the red light district. So don't get too, I said, really? Like a man bring me down to reality right away. I said, everything that's Zion, so nobody amazed at nothing, because everything is here. Cemetery over there, so everything. I say, myself, because, you're a young man, you're full of zeal. I asked, boy, I think that's Zion, I never even know, say, you reach a Zion, a dead man now, got dead, and not dead and them thing, but everything I go on.
Everything.
But, the journey teach me better for know, say, just the earth same way,
Yes.
So reaching Ethiopia now, I'm reaching Addis Shashamani. remember the brethren them put me up at the 12 tribe HQ. You know, cause them have a gates this and things, so I man
Yes,
could have rest up and thing, you know. But two I
yes.
man was in reasoning with the Bobo Shanti brethren them prior to I man arrival. So the morning now them here to them visitor over 12 tribe. So some brethren come and beat off the gate, you know, beat off the gate.
Okay.
Oh, they them have a visitor at ransom. I be have to kind of explain to them and let them know say, I know man, I one family, you know, everything is great, you
You
know.
see, you're from a
So
royal family in the 12, you know, so your thing different too,
yes,
you know.
I
So yeah,
natural. So like I sit up with the priest now, a priest Paul at the time, no honorable priest Barrister Babu. He must say, boy, since him chat match at the hill, him never say a man from 12 tribe forward. If he say him did that 12 tribe and leave 12 tribe and come on, Bobo,
yeah,
you know? And I make him know so whether there's a vibration still in I man embrace all. And I man love the teaching of the priest and what the priest stand for. And what I really love to full up some more of the fullness. You know, I'm sit up with the priest and priest show enough vibration. And, you know, at one point, we reach a stage where I say, nah, forward to England. So I'm going
wow,
to check a bridge name, Brother Flippins. The man
yes,
that
I
was
met
the original
Flippins.
man with the reach from the land,
Yeah,
you know?
man, I met Flippins. I met Flippins.
Yeah, man. So I look, I say, Brother Flippins, I man, nah, go back to England, you know. He must say, look, you know, Jed, make sure it's not an ego trip they hide upon, you know. I said, but that's why, you know, man, I tell him about ego trip. Me, I feel a way in myself, and I go check the priest now, and the priest I say, my lord, from the man of wings, the man will fly again, my lord. So he basically tell me the same thing, but in a
Yes,
different way.
yes, yes, yes. No way you do. No way you
Yeah.
do. Yes,
So, you know, Chad in England same way, and it's like the work get even more serious, because I realize now, so you have to go buy land and build house and all of these things for family and the whole thing. And the young man are full of zeal and we love the vibes and Africa feel good. And, you know, because we reach Africa in a time when it was not as developed as how it is now.
yes, yes,
Them time them have fun, they fly them for real and them fly, they look like them sensible. Once you stop, once you put on your hand, be them in your mouth corner, in your ears, everything, and just, you know, and the more you do stuff come like it's a game, like they fly them, like, you know. But now when you go to Ethiopia, you can walk free and thing, you know. And I'm more
yeah,
Gary and them thing there, you know. It's more like,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, the little thing them I go
Shashamani
show
is an
now.
urban center now. Shashamani is an
Yeah,
urban center now.
yeah, Shashaman is more like a city now because
Yeah,
them turn it in a city. So it's spread out and it affect enough for the Rastafarian community, and enough for the houses and even the tabernacle and the whole fullness. But to my overstanding of the whole thing, there was always a plan. There was always a city plan.
yes,
And I was told that the road was gonna cut here and it gonna cut there. And it was just for ones and ones to adjust themselves. But you know,
yes,
we coming from the West, you know, we think so we really and truly invincible. So how dare you come and even try to even bulldoze or even near the tabernacle. So it did create a vibes and the whole thing, but
yeah,
when a
man.
country develop, you just have to just embrace the development and go through with it still, you know?
I'm very aware. You know, I know Ras Corey. I just interviewed Ras
Yeah.
Kabinda. You know, when I went Bongo Rocky, Mama Baby, I were there. You know what I mean? And
Yes,
um,
sir. Yes,
in our
sir.
community, we had raised money for the daughters' quarters. So the original daughters'
See,
quarters that went up on the Bingil ground that got destroyed by the first road, we were the ones that funded that
yes,
from
sir.
other regions. So the first computer we reached at the
Natural.
Bingil, I and I, Bridget, you know, we come together and send it to the Bingils. Them time their desktop computer we are
Yes,
sending, you know.
sir.
So we're very familiar with Shashaman.
Truly.
Um, you know, and when I went there, give thanks for Brother Carl who arranged for I and I accommodation and thing in terms of stayed at his place in Deborah Zeaton, you know. So
Yes,
I,
sir.
I really give thanks for what I say though, because I preach the same thing for brethren who want to go home. Go visit first, you know?
Yes, sir. On a fact finding mission. You know?
Crucial.
Because there was even a time when I forward and I say, oh, all right, I'm going full time now. And them time then in England, we now have a full paper say and thing. But we now watch nothing. So I rent a house in Addis Ababa for me and my empress and my children, them and everyone, and say, we are leave Babylon now, you know? So to be sure about the whole fullness, we went and we buy the plane ticket. We rent the house in Addis Ababa. So all we need now is an Ethiopian visa. For when we reach, we can get a clearance. So upon reaching the embassy now, the embassy say, well, would I really love to facilitate the item in all truth, but you can't leave on a one-way ticket. Because a one-way ticket, we are trying to leave one and they must that can't work. You have to have something to return. So when we start, I said, boy, Lucian a song, you have to go fix a song there because it don't really work, so. You have to have a return ticket, even if you're not going to return. So, we learn the vibration, I was just easy and time, make everything work out or want it to work out still. And
so was they able to make that chart with the family? The money was spent on the place of Addis and thing, you were able to make the chart? Greeting?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So there was blocking on the one-way ticket. I was asking the eye if they was able to make that chart, or was that money not able to be manifested forward.
Yeah, we lose all the money, my lad. We lose the money we rent the house to the Ethiopia, and we lose the plane fare we pay, all those things. But it was a great money for lose because a great lesson. So we learned that, you know, like how them say fail, them say first attempt in learning, like an acronym, FAIL, first attempt in learning.
Yes.
So that was an attempt in learning, and we learned very well.
That is a new term. You just bust pan eye, man. We never hear that before, you know. What first attempt in learning?
In learning.
I just did an episode on failure, the 5 benefits of failure, and that we should not fear failure. Failure is a signpost along the journey. You know what I mean? So they are even coming and bring the acronym. You just add in first attempt in learning. I'm gonna use that one day. Lion Pride, write it down. We are use that one day. We are giving him credit still. We are giving him credit, yeah, man. So all of that, I know as a family man, I know that hurt. You know what I mean? You're smiling now, but me know saying at them time there. Cause that are
them time that we are burn out the them time that we are burn out the embassy, man, and I say, oh, them deny I. But as I say, it was just a first attempt, you know. So we'll give thanks to them moment in time still, because even my youth now, because my youth now I play for Jamaica as well, you know, play for Jamaica reggae boys.
Yes.
The only Rasta man will ever play for Jamaica, you know.
Give his name, block him name, so we can look for him.
Daniel Johnson, the midfielder, the maestro in the midfield.
Okay. So Lion Pride will look out for this youth now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, and that's the same son that played Premier League.
He was in the Premier League team. He was in Aston Villa.
Okay.
Then he moved and he went to Preston for like 8 years.
Wow.
Then he went to Stoke City. Now he played in Turkey.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Positive.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, man.
Being here and not going on that shot, it was like to really fulfill that part of the mission as well.
Okay.
Yes, so based on we not leaving at the time, we had a chance to fulfill his initiation within the football world.
Okay. Everything for a reason.
Yes, sir.
But this is so crucial because you would have other young brethren who have the zeal, who working, and now they watch this and they are able to avoid that mistake of to buy the tickets and do all of the things them before them start out visa and do the research. A lot of us, you know, and we have to explain because things are a little different now. Our era, the zeal was over everything. So the powers of the king was going cut and clear everything. You know what
Cut
I mean?
and
And
clear. I'll go on
that is
through.
how we move. Yeah, that is how we used to move. Because even some of the things that I used to do, I mean, my meds on it, I can't believe say I really that thing can do. You know, in a Washington
Yes,
D.C.
sir.
You know what I mean? It never made no sense, but we get through
Truly.
powers of the king. And I understand what the I saying because in a them young time it was Zion where I go, you know, we
Yes,
are
sir.
sell juice, we are do all kind of thing on a Zion and we not think about what we are doing when we reach Zion. We not think, you know what I mean? It's just we are reaching
Matcha.
Zion. So I
That
understand
is
that
it.
and what I want from the I now as a bigger brother or a younger brother or whatever brother you is to tell the people, you know what I mean, the reality of what is on the ground, what is awaiting the eye when you reach there. Talk to us about how you
Well,
yeah,
everything is a wait. You know, like what you hear them say, if you only know that the table is spread with lovely things, you'll never ever stay away, you know.
yeah,
But in all truth and in all reality, one's have to check out a lot of things before entering or making the chat, you know. First you have to ask yourself, is the weather good enough for me? You know? What is the economy like there?
yes,
If I'm gonna seek job opportunities, there any there for me? You know, what's the government like in regards to my people and how they go about our affairs? It's like these are the things we never really delve into before entering. So upon entering, we think that the government is against us. But
yes,
really and truly, the government is not really against us, because it's just a country have to protect its fullness like any other country. So you can't just turn up and just feel like, you're going to be granted all your wishes, you know? So the Rasta man, Africa is our rightful place in all truth, and it's there for every man who really desire. But my experience in Ethiopia, you have to have the heart of a lion because you're going into a sea of hyenas. And hyena and a ramp with lion and them food. So you have to really train and train again and learn how to really manifest yourself in a new land with a new language, because you have to know that there's a barrier for language as well. And like
yes,
the 83 different tribes speak 83 different dialects. Still, even though Amharic is the national language, there are still many other dialects that is there where really and truly you really have to have a heart of a lion to really
yeah,
survive the journey, even as a tourist. Even though
yes,
the Rasta man say we're not tour with risk, but
yeah,
you really have to really get yourself together when really entering this place, and it's a new place. When you go to Africa, don't think you're going to go there to show Africans how to live. You have to go there with that intention to know, say, this is like I am relearning. I am just not going to learn how to live in Africa, because there is a way, and it's only experience can really teach. But if I want to really do a research, then you'll have an idea of how to move and how to maneuver while you're on the earth, that different side of earth.
and
Yeah, so
we have to stress that
as I
to the
say,
family.
for my part, Ethiopia is my full name. Yeah, because even with the family is concerned, you have to take these things in consideration, because enough brethren and sisters with the Rastafari movements, enough man like him go here to find a fact finding mission and him never return. Never return and leave all and family, him empress and him children then. And some of them children there right now, I can tell you, them vex.
Vex,
Because they not
yes,
see daddy again, daddy never return.
yes, broken
And some of them youth are
families.
some serious youth in our society too. Yes, I. So,
Uh,
this generation, I and I must not make them kind of move there. We have to be more, forward thinking, how we really go about the fullness. Yes, I.
very, very key points you touched because I met brethren like that in Ghana too. All over the continent, you have brethren who just met the journey, never returned, no family, everything. but them still have youths and family where them live, and that is something we don't talk about. But it's something that is so crucial so that, as the I say, these mistakes are not made again by the ones that are coming. The I,
Yes, sir.
step out now as also an artist. I want to get into the musical journey. Come here, look on the I music, and you have all different topics and style. What inspires the I musically, and give us that journey. Brigadier put you on a box as a little youth, and you DJ pan Love, so you
Yes,
have a
sir.
legendary uprising. But what was the trajectory that gave the I that musical impetus to really push forward the message?
Well, music was always a part of I and I. Even being a member of the 12 tribe of Israel, that become like a secondary thing for every youth having a desire to be a messenger. Because two you were taught to read the Bible from a tender age. So all the great message them you'd love to impart it. And sometimes the best way to even memorize certain Bible verses and certain scriptures to put it in music. So from an even early age, I was a good reciter of the Psalms them and all these things. So, that is was where the whole thing start to, the regurgitation of the Bible, the regurgitation of the words, some of the scriptures them. That it kind of put time on a vibe to say, yeah, this is something what I would love to do, because you want to tell the world about it, or you want to come tell everybody what you read about yesterday. And, best way to really is to put it in a song, So that's also the music thing started for me. And I was raised in a community where there was so much artists. As I said before, the Orthodox label, most of the brethren them who was on that label, they came from Jedites. You talk about the great songwriter, Sangi Davis.
Yes,
Imagine
we
them
have
one day my next door neighbor.
yes, we have a Sangi Davis interview on the platform. Continue. Who else was there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We have Louis Griffiths, we have Visionaries.
Okay.
We have King. Everywhere I turn, I just peer artists. So from me, I look at you, the Rasta man pan the hill, I say, because I sing if you sing, man. They have to sing, man. Because them time I myself as a DJ. Me I say, boy, if you sing, because the singer them when me I go against me, I say, might as well me DJ. So I just in the latter years then, we still say, well, we could have put look a melody together and it sound, it have a vibes and thing. But I'm on first recording at the age of 17 was from Michigan. From Michigan and Smiley.
Okay, yes.
So Michigan wanted to put me and my brethren as a duet, like a Michigan and a Smiley. But as I said, the tender years now, the old man came and him took him man to America. So that manifestation never really come to fruition. So first recording never got released. Went to America, do a lot of recording as well. Never got released, none of them. So my first recording was when I was in England.
Okay.
On a production label called the Big Man Production.
Okay.
A brethren called Mikey Samuels record him and put him on wax. I could have hold a record and I say, yeah man, I made this, Yeah man. So rest the brethren soul in peace, because the brethren kind of drop out same way.
Yeah.
And as I said, the journey take I, it was a glory. Because I met a great promoter, one of the greatest promoter in England, London, called Bagajan.
Okay.
And Bagajan said to Ayman, I said to him, Ayman is an artist now. And the man never ever asked me to sing him a song, not anything. The man said, next show is at Brixton Academy. You are on. You are the opening act. So Ayman went and I did that show, and the whole London started talking about I. Like them I said, look, Rasta, you deal with that weird, because as I said, when Ayman go on the show, I know wait on people for approve, for say, boy, like, bathroom have to stop going, everything have to start pay attention. Because Rasnigo side up on the stage now, so you have to pay attention.
Yeah.
Take out on a pen and a pencil, Amharic class, Amharic over English thing, and something where like they never hear them thing before.
Yeah.
You know, apart from the Sata Masagana where man hear, when
Yeah.
Rasnigo side the Amharic team will go in it deep. So it was a different vibration. So I kind of capture the attention of the audience with a
Okay.
different kind of vibration. You know?
So you have a song,
Yeah.
you have a song where you're a DJ and Amharic, or how that go?
Yes, I. Amharic over English and Amharic class. Two of them
Give
for
a
Bamboo
piece,
album.
give a little piece side, give a little piece side, you know?
Yeah, man. Amharic over English. Real Ethiopian, me not British, go tell them. Grandma wheat, etegremenen. Amarina kwanka fidel teach my children. Allah are over ABC. And do let's us stand on 1, 2, 3. Them say greetings. We say tenna ye still in. Get a amlak negos lad God and king. Muwan basa, Zamana gada Yuda. Selassie I is the Lion of Judah. Kaimuk Isat, red at fire. Menali Kanka telling the battle of Adowayowa. Amharic over English. Yeah, man.
Big song, man. You have to bring that forward.
Yeah, man. Them vibes they create.
As
Holy
you come
power,
off,
man.
come off for the interview, me I look for it. It
Yes,
recorded?
I.
It recorded?
Yeah, man. It's on the Bamboo. It's on the Bamboo album.
Okay,
To
okay.
date, we have 2 albums out there. One called Look to the East, and one called Bamboo. An
Okay.
18-track and a 12-track album. And we also have a spoken word EP, which is called Kulu. Yeah. So, and a couple singles as well out there circulating still, you know?
Wow. So make sure the idea go and support those projects. Spend some money with Rasniga,
Yes,
purchase. We say Lion Pride. We want to spend money, circulate the Rastafari Pan-African dollar. But that is powerful. So the promoter is supposed to feel good after him hear
Yeah,
that.
man. Because even him surprised. Like him see the impact when we make. I remember at this time now I never had any songs of such playing on the radio. So after this fullness now, we started some recording and I get a popular song. It was a number 1 song. It was a popular song called Joy, Sunshine. And that song allowed me to tour England. Before the football vibration,
Yes.
that was where I was touring. I was touring England. You know, I was the opening act for Freddie McGregor. I was
Okay.
opening for Barry Salmon. I was opening for Morgan Heritage. I was opening for most of the major artists them coming out of Jamaica. You know, opening for Richie Spice, Munga Honorable. All these artists, Rasnigo Saya open for. And when we come off of the stage, people will be like, because when I come off of the stage now, because I have my juice them in my car, because I carry my juice them in my boots, see them I what they see me. And then I look at me good and I say, him did on the stage or the man look like him? Because I can't him because the impact of me just make on the stage, I couldn't mean that I sell juice, that's all. So because of that reason enough people come buy juice and take picture and man I want interview and me did juice man, so just give me 5 minutes stuff like. And people are coming for the juice and me have to interview and I sell the juice at the same time. So it was a vibe to them I was still, you know?
Wow. So in terms of your biggest song with the biggest impact, which song do you say have the biggest impact to date?
Recording wise,
Yes.
a song called Look to the East. In terms of the digital footprint,
Yes.
the song called Look to the East is making the most impact via the digital medias.
Okay.
But in terms of stage shows,
Yes.
Amharic over English and a thing called My Things Reach.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is
My
a
Things
herb song, see you win.
Okay.
Not sure.
yes. We can't separate from the sacrament that sustains enough of us, you know, and
Yes,
the 12 tribes of Israel I know have a long business history with the herb. We won't
Yes,
get into
sir.
that today. but I know at some point we have to do some documentaries on that
Fully.
because I know in America, especially,
Yes,
um,
I.
a lot of economic strength, I mean, was there through the sacrament and preserve I and I in dark times. So we give
Truly.
thanks. So that song there, you can give a little piece of that next song there.
The herb song,
Yes.
yeah, we will have to be. Yeah, man, I think all. Me things rich. I know my customers are laugh. Just get a call from the airport and the wharf. Me things rich. I know my phone not stop ring. Call the farmers, them at Jamaica, everything is everything. Shouting on the place, now I'm me alone of it. Watch out for robbers, me have to watch out for snitch. Informers undercovers try know which is which. Cameras full the place, me tell my customers don't eat just stress free. Yeah, we have the herbs by the key. Just get a container from up and send tea stress free. Yes,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
them song they make crazy impact. I can't tell you a fullness. I was doing a tour with Freddie McGregor. And we had gone through three of the shows them. Like we have gone through Ipswich, Milton Keynes, London. And I think we reached Birmingham. Them time them I never live at Birmingham. And it's like Freddie McGregor came out because it was a more intimate show. So he came out and him hear me and sing the song. And he must say, no man. He go to him band and say for the rest of the duration of the show, make sure Rasnigo say work with the band. Because man was doing a P as the open act,
Yeah,
They
yeah,
must
yeah,
say,
yeah.
nah man, them vibes that when Nigos are push need the band.
Yes.
And for the rest of the tour, the band. So they got the big shit boss. The captain himself, Freddie McGregor.
Yeah, man. And
Yes, I am. You know, I got through ailment at the fullness, so now I hope I'll go well and, recover nicely.
yes, I have had a chance to reason with him since that time and sound strong same way and
See,
he was blocking the sound about Africa and the vibration, so me know so the power's still there.
yes,
In
sir.
terms of powerful moments, give us a powerful moment on the stage, or in the musical time that really stuck out to the eye in terms of I know I'm doing the right thing.
All right. Powerful moment. It's always a powerful moment. But reaching Ethiopia 2012, so 2008, this moment in time when the first time I got perform Amharic over English. 12 track H2, jam pack. And I like these days when you can walk up and down easy. Them
Yeah.
days there are the place to be.
Yes.
So my brother Sidney Salman called me up. Because I'm on the reach and upon a time, and Bridget called me up and then put on the rhythm and start work. I'm reach a part in the song where I have to recite the Our Father prayer in Amharic. So prior to that, the whole place I go crazy. Peer dust and Ethiopian, them get excited and the whole fullness. When we reach the part of me, I say, Abatachino, Besseman, you get me no. See me, Kedesmen, Gishtitim, da, Pequara Besseman, ye in the own in the Bemidir, Tihun, Yagiletin, Jara, Chinin, then Mr. The whole place gets silent. That's me, I wonder. I was going like, that was going. And a man come nudge me and I said, no man. I reference the Our Father prayer. Because I really, in a church alone, them hear the recitation from the Abba. But that this Miami, no. So for me, I do it in a DJ pattern, it was like, when them catch up, I say, it's like everyone like, be still in the moment.
Yes. Reverence.
I mean, I look for it, I say, the power of music, same way,
Wow. So they I still perform that song.
Yes, Majesty, I can't leave it now at all.
Give thanks.
So that was a very defining moment, even as me being an artist and have something different to offer.
Yes.
Because every man can say them an artist, but what is your unique selling point? Your USP? What is it like? Why should we book you? And oftentimes, them say Rasnigos is the Amharic teacher, which I know I'm a student, but because them saying that the land of the blind, the one-eye man is really the king. So to me know a little bit in a place where people may not know nothing at all, them really kind of really honor me in that fullness.
Okay, that is so powerful, and you're teaching
Yes,
class. I
sir.
hope the young artists who watch this platform are taking notes, the uniqueness,
Yes,
and from a business perspective, what is differentiating the arts in the marketplace, you know what I mean? And the
yes, sir.
brethren establish a niche where he's now, if a promoter is looking to balance a lineup, he knows he can draw for
Naturally.
Ras Negos, get the entertainment, get the education value, and as a promoter, you feel good about that because you want to give a good package, to your
That
audience.
is it.
So that is something so powerful that the I does share with the family, and I pray that the family is taking notes. So in terms of the I treading forward, what does the I see for Ras Negos moving forward in terms of um, balancing the juice bar and the music? If the music really take off, um, how do I see that balance?
Well, there was a time when I thought I was torn between the two, but come to the fullness that they are gifts from the Most High. And the Most High showing I these things every day by making the rain fall, the same time the breeze is blowing, same time sustaining life, same time doing all good things and good manner of deeds for I and I. So doing music and doing juicing is not a hard thing. Because as an artist now I see that juice is my merchandise. While the next
Yes.
man may have a keyring or a t-shirt, my merchandise is my juices. So
Yes.
this is the conversation me and most promoters have. They're booking me and I'm telling that me gonna need a stall because me gonna need to carry my merchandise. And even
Makes
as I said
sense.
that, I was on a tour. I was on a tour with Morgan Heritage.
Yes.
A England tour with Morgan Heritage, and I was on the bus. So even though I know the bridging them on a level and them know me an artist on a level, but them may not know the seriousness of me being an artist. So they never knew that I was the opening for them. Because I was on the bus and I had my igloo. So the bandsman was saying, Nigos, me a juice there. Take out that juice and collect money. And so
Yes.
everyone thinks that I was just the juice man on the bus.
Yes.
So upon
Yes.
reaching the venue now, then I'm saying, on stage, Russ Nigos time. So Peter came over to me and said, boy, Nigos, you're really skillful enough because all this time, I think you was just doing the juice business. We never knew it was a part of the deal.
Yes.
Yes, I.
And
So,
I know. No, I know
yeah,
that
man.
those the 12, the Morgan heritage is the next royal family within the 12 tribes. So you grow with them youth there, and now
Natural.
they get to see the eye, exercise your talent.
Yes,
Um,
I.
so there I was working with tracks most of the time, or you work with a band. How does that work?
Well, it all depends on the show and the type of promotion. Because you have
Yes.
some promoter who give you a different honor than some. So some will say them allocate a band and you'll get a band to work with. And the next one just a give a run, so them say just come with a chat with their tracks. So
Yes.
oftentimes I find myself doing tracks. So what I got from that, from being around that fullness touring with these artists, I started my own show. And I call it Fire in the UK.
Okay.
Yeah, so we did our first show in 2008 and we did it at the Brixton Recreation Center. which at the time was really unheard of because it was the Brixton Recreation Center was closed down for a long time. So through protocol now, and me and my brethren them we know understand protocol. We went to the office and we do the due diligence and we got through the venue. And from the time we did that in that venue, believe you me, that venue never stopped having shows. So we break the ice there, and also a big place in London called Utanani. That is the most of the artists them got to know for do them show when them in Europe, coming to England. Iman was a part of the breaking vibes for that as well because Iman kept I earth strong. In there, them time I had a band called the Borderline Band.
Okay.
And from that show, everything went uphill since then. So, you know, I had was to leave London, as I said, because, you know, my son gets signed. And there's a lot of things where because even, remember when my son gets signed, the agent father, the agent, say, Nigo say, you and the ball can't bust same time, you know. I have to remember, it's a 20-year sentence. But I man never really overs the fullness of the whole footballing world and the whole thing. My son's just a juvenile and I now realize in career I got expand to time and I got need. So me take up that fullness now, it kinda take away from the music on a certain level. So most people say, boy, Nigos turn coach, Nigos get rich and sweet, you can't see him again. And all these things, so that just a juvenile, they start get paid, that thing there. But two once not really overs, say as a father, you have a duty as well, you know?
Yes.
They stood up and take care of that part of the duty there. So now, you know, ball them get big now, but me have a look at daughter play now and then my next little son. So it's like the work continues same way. But you know, learning now how to kind of maneuver the two and really navigate, it gives me a better vibes right now. So what I do now, I set up a music label and I release my own song them and thing and songs what is not mine, I get the go ahead from the producers and I put like an album together here and there and singles and all these things. So that's the way I'm maneuvering through the music vibration at this time. You know, my latest movements where I came to America, I was in America from the 1st of September to the 12th, 2024.
Yes.
And I did 2 shows and that was very, very good for me still. I was very well received by, you know, the audiences and it was a good vibes. And you know, since I came back to England, I've been booked for 3 shows.
Okay.
So it just goes to show when you're out there in the world and promoters see you, your sister, there's a vibes, you know, so it's good to be moving around.
Yeah, man, and we're gonna reason about setting up the I creative ecosystem structure because there's ways that the I can maintain your own momentum and you're moving in that direction. But I passion right now is to show artists how to set up their ecosystem so that even if you're not touring, even if you're not doing shows, you can still be earning from your creative passion by feeding your ecosystem, you know, and that direct consumer relationship, making sure how you cultivate that community around your art and to continue feeding it, you know what I mean? Because all of those performances, you should record them and then you have them archived behind a paywall for your audience to get full by the eye, you know what I mean? So these are the things that, you know, I've started implementing for myself, slowly but surely as an artist. That's how I'm going to be building my artist profile, is through the ecosystem model. And then that way, when you get booked, everything is brought out there, you know, it's all brought, it's a tour, it brought out, but you know, depend on that for your engine move, you know what I mean? And then you utilize the sales and marketing principles of any record label to target your audience and all these things. So we'll talk though offline, because
for sure.
Say when you meet a brother, it's just you meet a brother and so it go family expansion. That is part of the thing when we love about Rastafari, the family ever
Yes,
expand.
sir.
So we're gonna be working together, and as I tell the brethren, we have Africa to deal with. We need to look at the mistakes we made in the West in terms of our music, and realizing that even though we've done so much as Rastafari impact the world, we don't own none of it right now. Uh,
That's a problem.
and that's a huge problem. I and the brethren agree. But we have a continent, of 1.3 billion, with
Yes, sir.
75% under the age of 30 to correct this
Wow.
problem. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And that population is going to grow exponentially. Remember,
Yes,
that
sir.
1.3 billion is going to be 2 plus in the next 50 years. So we have a
Yes, sir.
massive market that we can now look at. Okay, this is what we did wrong in the West. We never have this, that. Make we set it. Because remember, when you tour Africa, you might have 15 cities in a one country. You know what I mean?
Yes,
And a
sir.
4 countries. You know what I mean? And then in them
Sure.
cities, you might have, different places within them. So, you know what I mean? If we map out this thing properly, we can have a whole network where we can just send artists through the pipeline, just like we see them
Yes,
doing the
sir.
Cali Roots in America or Cali Roots Lack
That is
America.
it. That is
We
it.
can, we can build that for the continent, you know what I mean, where it's Rastafari owned from seed to table, you know what I mean? We're
Truly.
not just raw materials for this industry, you know what I mean? We're giving refined product, we're owning all of the instruments of production. This is the vision, Ras Negos, and we are connecting in real time. So this interview is real time. I and the brethren are build with link same way too, cause everything him said, me I learn it for the first time too. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So
yeah, man. Strength to strength. Iron
strength
sharp iron.
iron sharpen iron. And I want the Lion Pride get used to see this brethren. This is his second appearance. But I want you to get used to all of them brethren, because now they have a platform. When them a release music, when them a do them thing, we want them come and know say they have a Rastafari platform. We're not gonna talk about His Majesty 2 minutes and then dash that way. No, we want to hear you want to talk about the prayer in Amharic. Say it out, man. You know what I mean? This is I and I thing. We
Yes,
can
sir.
want to do on this platform as Rastafari Pan African people. So, Ras Negos, just give us some final sound for the family, and let the people know once more how they can spend some money with the eye, because I want the Lion Pride spend some money. If it's $5, if it's $1, if it's $20, if it's $50, we want to build that culture on the Lion Pride, on the Lion Voice Network. When we see guests, them supposed to see them bank account increase, because we are circulating that dollar. We are showing, yes, we love the work, we love Amharic and English song. We go YouTube and
Yes,
see,
sir.
I go, make sure the brethren get some support. So how can the people support the eye, and any final sound that the eye have for the family?
Yes, sir. Give thanks again. Give thanks to our listeners and rap attention. And knowing that we have a platform now where our voice can be heard. And one can know, say, yes, you can come and get authentic. Everything on the Lion Voice platform is very authentic. And it's like we had preserved ourselves, for moments like these then. We could have run and gone and do so many things long time with so many different people. But
Yeah,
we had preserved it. So this narrative about Ras Negosai is nowhere else to be found. But here, and any other prolific platforms where, the whole fullness is very
exclusive.
authentic. So
Highly.
it gives me a joy. And yes, Ras Negosai is on the Spotify. I am out there on Deezer,
Yeah.
Amazon Music, iTunes. There's an album called Bamboo, and that
Yes.
was the album that I used to mark my name present in music business. Because prior to that, I was just in music. So 2019, I released that album, and then I re-released it in 2023
Okay.
because of blunders with the people that was dealing with the You know,
Yes.
the promote, the pushing of it and the whole thing. And recently we have done an album called Look to the East. And Look to the East is a very prolific album as well. I use the word prolific a lot because it's like I and I thing. I and I thing is not a joke thing. I and I thing is things were shape era. And you know, true we are so simple as Rasta people, ones may take us for granted and what we have to offer for granted. But as the I say, we're preparing a platform now where we can correct all of those things. So once can, you know, we can reach a time where we don't have to be releasing on these platforms who's getting a good big percentage of
Yes.
really what the earnings is. And really
Yes.
and truly we don't really have to be paying them so much. If only our people would know that our thing is out there and they are going to support it. So everything come straight to I, and we can really, you know, we can uplift other infrastructures that need to be uplifted out there via our music and the earnings from our music. You know, so Rasnigo Sai, for the time being, I am out there on all the leading platforms of where music is sold. So once can go and check out Rasnigo Sai, Bamboo album, Kulu EP, Look to the East album. Yes, I. You
Yes,
know, music alone shall live. And we give thanks. We are a part of the musical vibration.
and
Yes, sir.
you can subscribe to the Brethren social media if you don't have money to spend right away. After this
Yes,
interview,
sir.
or while you watch this interview, pick up your phone, go to Facebook, go to IG, follow all of the Brethren social media platforms. Make we
Yes, sir.
give the Brethren a boost. This is a great example for I and I throughout the Lion Pride in terms of determination, in terms of follow through, in terms of legacy, upholding legacy. So many lessons, so many gems were shared here with us today. I want to thank the I once again. Again, this is our second episode featuring Rasniga Sai. We have the Growing Up Rastafari series. He was part of our inaugural episode of that series. We're going to be interviewing the children of Rastafari and you know, just documenting the journey. So I definitely, again, just give thanks on behalf of all of the Lion Pride for giving us an exclusive look into who is Rasnigos. And if you are asking why, it's because the time has come for the Lions to tell our own story. And this is the Lion's Voice.
Lion voice.
Well, great is the Almighty, and greatly to be praised in the city of Haile Selassie I, the mountain of His holiness.
Yeah, from Cape to Cairo, from Timbuktu to the Nile, you know? The whole entire continent.
Beautiful for situation, the joy of the whole earth is Mount Zion, from Accra to Addis Ababa.
Yes, it's a beautiful continent. Better control, Mama Africa.
Very beautiful.
From Cape to Cairo, from Timbuktu to the Nile, I smile. From Mama
I hear you call Mama Africa. Been so long since I see Mama. Father of Africa set the law. The lion come and dismantle Babylon flaw. We gonna use solar energy, use sanitation to build the ecology. We utilizing green technology. We hailing Haile Selassie first without apology. And then we build the youth them economy. We dismantle Babylon monopoly. We teach the youth them how to live properly. Tell them make sure them got the title fit them property.
Yes, this beautiful continent. Better control, Mama Africa. From Cape to Cairo, from Timbuktu to the Nile, I smile.
garden. I wanna turn all your slums into garden. I wanna stop all of your youths from starving. I wanna stop all of your tribes from warring. So much to say, so many feelings. We both been hurt, we both need healing. Since the League of Nations you've been appealing. You stand up against them backdoor dealing. I hear you call Mama Africa. Been so long since I see Mama. Father of Africa set the law. The lion come and dismantle Babylon floor. Then I hear you call Mama Africa. Been so long in America. Father of Africa set the law. The lion come and dismantle Babylon floor.
So be still, all enemies of Jah. Know that he's the King of Kings and Lord of Lords, the Lion Conqueror. And it was said of Ethiopia, the highest himself shall establish her. His majesty was born there.
And I know that I love you so. There's no place that I'd rather go. Tired of walking through slush and snow. Repatriation, that's a must I know.
Yes, into this beautiful continent.